Okay, so we're back, ready for another deep dive.
Always. What fascinating corner of history are we exploring today?
Well, get this, October 9th. Just another day on the calendar, right?
I have a feeling you're about to tell me otherwise.
You know me too well. It turns out this date has seen some pretty wild stuff. We're talking epic battles, incredible architecture, even the fall of a certain infamous wall, all on October 9th.
Okay, you've piqued my curiosity. Where do we start?
Let's rewind all the way back to 52 BC. Gaul, modern-day France. Imagine, you're facing down Caesar's legions, the most powerful army in the world. The odds are beyond stacked against you.
Sounds like a recipe for a very short deep dive.
Well, that's where Vercingetorix comes in. He managed to unite the Gallic tribes against Caesar, which was no mean feat. These tribes were often more interested in fighting each other than the common enemy.
This is what makes Vercingetorix such a fascinating figure. He understood that a divided Gaul was a conquered Gaul. Caesar was a brilliant strategist, but even he found a united Gaul to be a significant challenge. What were some of the tactics used?
Well, for starters, they knew they couldn't win a straight-up fight. So they relied on what we now call guerrilla tactics, hit-and-run attacks, ambushes, using the terrain to their advantage.
A classic case of asymmetrical warfare, but they weren't just reacting to the Roman advance, were they?
Exactly. The Siege of Alesia is a perfect example. Vercingetorix and his forces held out against Caesar's legions for weeks. It was a display of incredible strategy, resilience, and, frankly, audacity. Imagine having the guts to take on Rome like that.
Even though it ultimately ended in a Roman victory, Alesia solidified Vercingetorix's place in history as a brilliant military leader. But more than that, I think the struggle, though ancient, has a certain timelessness to it.
Totally agree. It makes you think about all the times in history, even today, where people have had to fight for their freedom against seemingly insurmountable odds. It's a story that continues to resonate across centuries.
Absolutely. But for our next stop on this historical tour, let's shift gears, shall we? From the battlefield to a very different kind of power, architecture.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What are we looking at?
On October 9th, 805 AD, Charlemagne, the king of the Franks, dedicated the cathedral at Aachen. This wasn't just another church, it was a statement. He envisioned a structure that would rival the glory of ancient Rome itself.
Charlemagne and his grand visions. It's an absolutely stunning structure, this incredible blend of Roman, Byzantine, and Carolingian architectural styles all in one building.
He was, after all, crowned Holy Roman Emperor on Christmas Day in the year 800, and he saw himself as a unifier, as a new Constantine. And just as Constantine had his Constantinople, Charlemagne would have his Aachen. The cathedral was designed to be a visible representation of his vision, a fusion of cultures under the banner of Christendom.
And what a fusion it was. This wasn't just a church, it became a center of learning, a place where manuscripts were copied and knowledge was preserved.
You're right to highlight that. The Carolingian Renaissance, as it's known, saw a resurgence of art, literature, and scholarship, and the cathedral was at the heart of it. It's incredible to think that a structure built so long ago could still be standing, still be a place where people gather.
It really makes you appreciate how architecture can be a powerful reflection of a society's values, aspirations, even anxieties. Speaking of powerful reflections of society, for our final stop, let's fast forward to the 20th century, October 9th, 1990.
The fall of the Berlin Wall, a pivotal moment, no doubt.
It feels like the entire world was holding its breath as that wall, which had stood as a symbol of division for almost 3 decades, came crumbling down. How did it happen? What led to that incredible moment?
It was a culmination of many factors. You have to consider the bigger picture: Gorbachev's reforms in the Soviet Union, the weakening grip of communist regimes across Eastern Europe.
And of course, the unwavering spirit of the German people.
Absolutely. Those images of people, ordinary citizens, chipping away at the wall with hammers and chisels, it's such a powerful testament to the human desire for unity, for freedom.
It's hard to overstate the symbolism, isn't it? This concrete barrier that had once seemed so permanent, so impenetrable, just gone.
It's easy to get caught up in the euphoria of the moment, but it's important to remember that reunification wasn't without its challenges.
Right, East and West Germany, they'd grown apart in significant ways. Bringing them back together economically, socially, politically, it was a massive undertaking.
A good reminder that even the most positive changes, the ones we celebrate, require careful consideration, thoughtful planning, and a whole lot of work.
From ancient battles for freedom to the fall of walls and the rise of empires, it's amazing how these seemingly disparate events, all occurring on October 9th, still speak to us today. What will future generations say about our time? What events will they look back on as turning points in history? Food for thought. Until next time.
Smash that like button.
Please subscribe.
Exactly. We're going to see what makes those effective or not so much.
Thanks for tuning in to History Pod channel. We hope you enjoyed this dive into history. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past. Your support helps us bring history to life every day. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next episode. What lesser-known historical figures do you think deserve more attention? Get people talking in the comments.
Ooh, I see what you mean. It's not just liking and subscribing, but actually engaging with the topic.
Exactly.
Until next time, stay curious, everyone.